In the shadowy annals of history, few tales are as intriguing as the evolution of the word assassin. Our story begins in the mist-shrouded mountains of Persia, where a secretive order known as the Hashshashin once held sway. These were not mere drug-addled killers, as popular myth would have us believe, but rather a group of highly trained and disciplined individuals, outcasts from society who found purpose in their enigmatic leader's grand vision. The Hashshashin, or as-sabbāh in Arabic, meaning people who are faithful to the foundation, were founded by the mysterious Hasan-i Sabbah in the late 11th century. Hassan, a figure shrouded in legend and whispered tales, established his fortress of Alamut high in the Alborz Mountains. From this eagle's nest, he would send forth his followers on missions that would forever change the course of history. But how did this group of Persian outcasts come to lend their name to the art of political murder? The answer lies in the tales of Marco Polo, that intrepid Venetian traveler whose accounts of the East captivated European imaginations. Polo's stories of the mock old man of the mountain and his fanatical followers spread like wildfire through the courts and taverns of medieval Europe, painting a picture of a sinister cult capable of striking fear into the hearts of kings and caliphs alike. Yet, as with many tales that pass through the crucible of time and translation, the truth became distorted. Western chroniclers, eager for sensational stories from the exotic East, embellished and exaggerated Hassan's methods. They spun yarns of young men drugged with hashish and transported to a secret paradise garden, where they were indoctrinated with promises of eternal bliss should they die in service to their master. These garden-based indoctrination legends took on a life of their own, growing more elaborate with each retelling. Some accounts spoke of mechanical birds that sang sweet melodies, of fountains flowing with wine and honey, and of beautiful maidens who attended to every desire of the would-be assassins. The truth, as is often the case, was likely far more mundane, but no less fascinating. In the flickering firelight of medieval halls, storytellers whispered of strange sightings associated with the Hashshashin. Travelers spoke of shadowy figures appearing and disappearing on moonlit roads, of daggers found embedded in the pillows of powerful men, and of messages written in blood that materialized in locked chambers. These tales served to elevate Hasan-i Sabbah to the status of a near-mythical figure, a puppet master, pulling the strings of empires from his mountain fortress. As the centuries passed, the word Hashshashin underwent a curious linguistic journey. It traveled across languages and cultures, its meaning shifting and changing like sand in the desert wind. The Arabic Hashshashin became the French assassin, and from there it spread throughout Europe, eventually finding its way into English. The transformation was complete. What had once been a term for outcasts, for those who stood apart from society, had become synonymous with professional killers. The drug-induced paradise of legend became inextricably linked with the act of murder for hire, a connection that persists to this day in our modern understanding of the word assassin. Yet the truth behind the Hashshashin remains elusive. Historical records paint a picture far removed from the lurid tales of drugged killers. Instead, we find a highly organized group of individuals skilled in languages, disguise, and the art of gathering intelligence. They were as much spies and diplomats as they were killers, using the threat of assassination as a tool of political leverage in the complex power struggles of medieval Persia. The methods of Hasan-i Sabbah, far from relying on drugs and deception, were rooted in rigorous training and unwavering loyalty. His followers were said to be willing to sacrifice their lives at a moment's notice, not because of any promise of paradise, but out of genuine devotion to their cause and leader. This dedication gave rise to some of the most enduring legends surrounding the Hashshashin. Tales speak of Hassan demonstrating his power by ordering one of his men to leap to his death from the walls of Alamut, an order that was obeyed without hesitation. Whether true or not, such stories serve to cement the fearsome reputation of the Hashshashin in the minds of their enemies. As we delve deeper into the mists of history, we find that the line between fact and fiction becomes increasingly blurred. The Hashshashin operated in a world of shadows and secrets. where truth was often as elusive as the assassins themselves. This air of mystery has only served to fuel the imagination of subsequent generations, leading to a proliferation of myths and legends that continue to captivate us to this day. In the realm of folklore, the Hashshashin have taken on an almost supernatural quality. There are tales of assassins who could walk through walls, of daggers that never missed their mark, and of poisons so subtle they could kill with a single touch. While these stories are undoubtedly the product of fevered imaginations, they speak to the profound impact the Hashshashin had on the collective psyche of the medieval world. The legacy of the Hashshashin extends far beyond the etymological journey of the word assassin. Their influence can be seen in the cloak and dagger world of modern espionage, in the shadowy realm of covert operations, and even in popular culture, where assassins are often portrayed with a mixture of fear and fascination. As we look back through the lens of history, Hasan-i Sabbah emerges as a figure of profound complexity. Was he a visionary leader, a master strategist who understood the power of fear and reputation? Or was he a ruthless manipulator, willing to sacrifice countless lives in pursuit of his goals? Perhaps he was both, a man whose true nature remains as elusive as the mist that shrouded his mountain fortress. In the end, the story of the Hashshashin serves as a potent reminder of the power of myth and legend. From a small group of outcasts in the mountains of Persia, their name has become woven into the very fabric of our language, a testament to the enduring fascination we hold for those who operate in the shadows of history. As we close this chapter of our historical journey, we are left with more questions than answers. The true nature of the Hashshashin may forever remain a mystery, lost to the sands of time, but their legacy lives on, in every whispered tale of shadowy figures and in the very word we use to describe those who deal in death from the darkness. The assassins may be gone, but their shadow still looms large over the pages of history,